up, G-Show Land, and welcome to another episode of the G-Show Podcast. I am G1, and this is the Godzilla Block Party. It's Super Bowl Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. The Cincinnati Bengals are in LA to face off against the Los Angeles Rams. And I ain't got no horse in that race, so I would rather be talking giant monsters. Giant monsters, that's what I'm talking about. Giant monsters. In particular, because it is the Super Bowl, we know that we get crazy trailers. One trailer being the official Jurassic World Dominion trailer that's supposed to drop today. But lo and behold, it actually dropped already. It came out earlier this week. So that's what we're dedicating this particular podcast to. We're dedicating it to a trailer breakdown of the Jurassic World Dominion trailer. That's weird. Trailer breakdown of Jurassic World Dominion trailer. Yeah, okay. And of course, joining me is my right hand when it comes to Godzilla on the G Show. My brother from another mother. Also, possibly, my number one guy when it comes to the Jurassic Park franchise. My brother G73, a.k.a. Chase. What's going on?
Well, it's going great, man. It's going great.
It's good to see you.
Just another Sunday.
Yep. Good to have you back on the podcast. It's been a minute. But yeah, dude, I couldn't think of any other person to do this particular podcast with than you, considering you are the resident Jurassic Park fanboy. So
you flatter me. I mean, it only makes sense if I watch that movie once a night.
So yeah, man. Before we get into the Jurassic Park stuff, I'd be remiss to say there has been a couple of things, Godzilla tidbits, that has dropped this week. We won't get into too much detail because we're going to go into that this coming Thursday. But Super 7 dropped their first looks at their Godzilla toy line. They have their first, I think, 6? Is it 6 monsters that they're dropping? Or is it 7?
Pseudo 7. I have to remember. I'm sure I remember at some point, but there's so many toy drops, figure drops. So I'm a little jumbled up.
Oh, I'm looking at
Sugo 7 and Hiya toys. They dropped a batch, and then Mezco dropped a batch of figures that they'll be doing too, and then some other company too. I don't think it was Bandai, but it was something.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. The Super 7 Godzilla, the reaction file figures. There's 6 of them. You got Godzilla 54. You got Godzilla 57. You've got Mecha Godzilla. You got Jet Jaguar, you've got Mothra, and you've got Rodan, all from the Showa line. And I think I'm going to be picking these guys up. They look cool, but yeah, like I said, that just throw that out there. I know Super 7 is doing that, and then they have something called an Ultra line, I think, but or Ultimate lines. But like I said, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about that a lot this coming Thursday, which then that podcast should drop about a week from today or a week from yesterday. But trust us, we'll get your toy feed in this week. So that out of the way. I mean, I don't think there was any other Godzilla news in particular. There is, if you don't want to watch the Super Bowl and just want to watch monsters smash shit up, there is a monster marathon on either TBS or TNT. It's one of the Turner broadcast networks. And it's got Skull Island, King of the Monsters, The Meg, Rampage. Like, they're going all in today. So, I might be, even though I own all those movies, I might be, watching some of that instead of the big game. But, speaking of big and giant and reptilian and scaly, sometimes feathery, let's talk about that Jurassic World Dominion trailer. And I'm going to start off with you, Mr. Resident Expert on the Jurassic series. What were your initial thoughts when you seen this trailer for the first time?
There is absolutely no plot given. This trailer completely was just about showing off our the what to expect with the dinosaurs and how good they looked. And but I tell you what, man, when they showed the original cast, Sam Neill and Lord Byrne pop up, I was like, all right, I don't care anything else anymore. I just want to watch this. Being a huge fan of the Jurassic franchise, Dr. Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler, those two characters were kind of, to me, those are they're the granddaddies. They're the elders of the franchise, and those are my some of my favorite characters along the way, and and seeing them again, it just feels like, all right, cool, let's go full circle. And that's what really got me excited, was seeing those two. But it's pretty clear in this trailer it is the Dinocalypse. There's dinosaurs everywhere, and I salute Colin Trevorrow and everyone at Universal, because I was kind of thinking this film was just going to be, a handful of dinosaurs picked and shown, and now it looks like every scene, or at least there was a dinosaur at least in every part of that trailer. And I think, this is going to be a big budget film. That's a lot. But man, the dinosaurs, though, look great, and I love that Quetzalcoatl. Oh yeah. Attacking that plane. I'm like, yeah, let's get Rodan in there. That thing is huge. It's a little bit huger than it's scientifically accurate, but that's pretty much all the case with the dinosaurs in Jurassic. But I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. I'm curious because Colin Trevorrow was like, yeah, this film's going to be very close to the first Jurassic, and it's looking, it's the feel from the first film and stuff. So I'm excited to see, how that really unfolds more and stuff, because, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, I'm excited to see where this goes. I think there's a lot of stuff in that trailer that they kind of show that is left it left a lot of questions, because with them not really saying, yeah, this is what the movie is about. I'm very curious to when or if we'll get another. Well, I mean, I'm sure we'll get another trailer at some point, but I'm excited. I'm curious to learn about what this film is like, the plot point. Because I'm like, you just can't have all of them show up together for no reason. There's got to be a reason they all pop up, But anyways, that's kind of besides the point. The thing is I like this trailer. I watched it last night. I've been watching it a couple times, and every time I watch it, I get a little bit more excited and stuff, and more curious. But this thing is riddled with dinosaurs. You got the very famous Giganotosaurus or Gigantosaurus, the one that is supposed to be the T-Rex killer and stuff like that. The one you see at the end of the trailer, Malcolm goes, "Why do they always have to be bigger?" So I'm excited to see that. They get tons of. I love the Pyroraptor, the red feathers and stuff look beautiful. I think the dinosaurs look great in this trailer. But I'm going on and on. I want to know a little bit more of your thoughts. What do you think?
I think you nailed it right off the top. Like, they showed nothing for plot in this movie. Like, it was just a jumble bunch of scenes with the dinosaurs, and I do applaud that, because what are we going to these movies for? The dinosaurs, right? And I am extremely curious to see if, because it seems to me that evolution has found its way. And these dinos are reproducing. I mean, look, in the trailer you had Blue Jr. You know what I mean? Like, there's baby Blue is in this trailer. So if Blue had an offspring, that had to have happened naturally. And I mean, hell, that harkens back to the original Jurassic Park. They were reproducing. So now that they're out in the open, they're out in the wild. They're not, contained to an island. They roam the earth. That's extremely interesting to me. And again, this trailer didn't show anything in terms of plot. This was not a story trailer at all. So I think, when does this movie come out? June?
June 10th.
So yeah, we should definitely see something else in April, like mid to late April. We'll get the story trailer. Maybe, hell, even in the beginning of May, if there's any big budget movie coming out in May, we'll get a story trailer where we can start connecting the dots and seeing, what's going on. But yeah, as someone who I'm more of a passive fan of this series, right? I own it. I watch it. Thanks to you, I own the last one. Was it Fallen Kingdom?
Fallen Kingdom.
Because that's like my least favorite one. Like, out of the entire saga, that's my least favorite. But you gave me the digital code, so I have it. As like a passive fan, it didn't punch me in the gut the way I was hoping it would punch me in the gut. There were just certain things that I just found kind of off-putting. Like, for instance, Chris Pratt driving in what appears to be Rome or some kind of, Italian or Spanish-looking city, and he's on the motorcycle.
So I think it's supposed to be Spain.
Spain, and yeah, okay, so it looks like Spain, and he's getting chased by the raptors, and he's on the motorcycle, and I'm like, oh, it's Jurassic Park James Bond. Okay. It's like Mission Impossible Jurassic Park. I'm like, okay.
Jurassic Park Nathan Drake, Jurassic Park Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but it's like,
take your pick.
Yeah, it's like, I've seen that movie before. They just added dinosaurs now. Okay, all right. So I was like, that's fine, whatever. I honestly think, and this is just me, I think they wanted to get that emotional gut punch showing the originals back. Like, to me, it just kind of came across goofy. I don't want to say
shoehorned.
Goofy. What was it?
Shoehorned?
Shoehorned, very much so. It's like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, right? When they bring Marion back, when you see her for the first time, all she does is smile. It's just all she's doing. She's just like, I'm so happy I'm back in this franchise. And it's like, you don't even need to be here. Like,
you can hear that cha-ching in her head.
Yeah, and exactly. And that's how I felt with this trailer when you see, Dr. Grant and, what's the girl's name? Sadler, right?
Ellie Sattler.
Ellie Sattler. She's like smiling like, hey, I'm back, yay. Like, I'm so happy to cha-ching. Like you said, cha-ching. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it's a nice sentiment, but jeez. I mean, honestly, I do love Ian Malcolm. I always love that character. That's my favorite character in the franchise. But Jeff Goldblum is just that guy, period. I pretty much love him in anything.
He's staple for sure.
Yeah, and since his role in Thor Ragnarok, right? I just see that dude every time he's on screen, he's having fun. And I like that. I feel it. Like, I feel it. So in that trailer, I can see it too. Even though he's supposed to be serious, but the whole, why do they have to make him bigger delivery? I was like, yeah, see, that's him having fun. But I'm interested. I really am interested. I want to know, were these dinosaurs, again, obviously they're growing. Evolution has given them the ability to create life on their own now. But I do want to know, because we saw the scientists, I want to know if they are creating anything, or, and that's crazy hypotheticals on my part, what if they're trying to create some kind of a germ to kill the dinosaurs off? You know, I don't know, and I haven't read any spoilers. This is not a movie.
No, it's interesting because it's interesting you bring that up because I was curious too because I remember that one scene in the trailer. There's like DNA strands being moved into a computer, and I'm like, that's interesting because Colin Trevorrow said they are not making any more hybrids. They're not doing the hybrids anymore. This, you know, from now on when the Jurassic movies continue, they won't be doing hybrids. So I'm interested to see that too because, you know, it's kind of like what point does Henry Wu have? And, I mean, now, if you watch the Netflix show, they've created tons of hybrids. There's hybrid herbivores, there's hybrid carnivores, there's stuff we haven't seen. And I love that the Camp Cretaceous. You know, that's another thing for me that I like. I think the story's kind of neat. I mean, it's very kiddish, you know,
right.
But there's moments in it to where I think I like it. You know, I think it's interesting, and it kind of harkens a little bit back to that Jurassic Park essence where it's a little bit more tension filled and stuff, and you know, and I like what the kids are going through, and it's interesting because it's supposed to, in a way, bridge a gap and add some things to the movie and stuff. But
so
it's not supposed to be like super canonizational.
Oh, I was gonna say, so it's in canon. It's in.
Yeah, it's weird because it's canon, but it's not going to be apparently. It's not going to influence the film Dominion.
Gotcha.
You know, so yeah. But, you know, it's funny you bring that up, what you said about the cast, because as much as I love seeing Laura Dern and Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum in it, I do feel like the trailer made it very shoehorned. I don't think that should have been what they should have done. I think I would have waited till the story trailer to be like, yeah, these guys are in it.
Yeah, I agree.
And then because now it just seems like not only did you show the dinosaurs, but you showed the other thing that a lot of the people are gravitating towards this film, and I just think like if you're going to have a trailer that just strictly talks about the dinosaurs and shows the dinosaurs and talks a little bit about the girl Macy, you know, you need to have a little bit something to kind of explain, all right, well, why are they here? What's going on? You know, and I think that's also a smart thing too, because it leaves you very questionable. And if you are curious and wanting to know, you'll see the next trailer and hopefully it will grab you enough to want to see the movie.
Wait,
if not already.
So Macy, is that the girl?
That's the girl they save at the very end of the last one. And they find out she's a clone.
Oh, okay. Okay, I would. So here's what I'm thinking. You know the black girl that's in the trailer. She's hanging out with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
Is that Malcolm's daughter? Because I loved her. I gotta be honest. I love Jurassic.
No.
Oh
yeah,
man.
She's not a Malcolm. And that actually was brought up in the community a while back, and her character is completely different than it's some yeah.
Oh, all right. I would
very different.
I would have found that cool to see her grown up and.
Yeah,
you know,
and I liked her too. I you know, it's kind of funny because they talk about, you know, Lex and Tim, you know, those two kids from the first film being back and or not being back, but like, you know, if we'll see them again, you know. And I was like, I kind of want to know what's going on with Ian Malcolm's daughter after that. I mean, she fucking killed a velociraptor or hurt one badly. I mean, a kid got to live through that. You know, yeah, goes to school and be like, yeah, I did a cool gymnastic trick and knocked a velociraptor out a window. Yeah, tell me about your day. You know? So, you know, I kind of, you know, and also, you know, Ian Malcolm, he's supposed to have tons of kids, though, so it's interesting. But I don't know. Maybe it's a kid that didn't take his last name. Or who knows? Maybe it's a placeholder. Who knows? But yeah, she's credited as a different character and stuff. So
okay,
you know, I'm interested to see, how that all goes. But yeah, I mean, if you look hard enough, you can see plot points in this trailer. But you got to actually look at the scenes,
right?
Of course, when Chris Pratt's talking about we have to protect her, he's not talking about Blue. He's talking about, I assume he's talking about Macy, the girl. I don't think at this point Chris Pratt's character is talking about Blue at all. So, and the thing is, I don't know how they're going with that, but it's funny you said what you said earlier about Chris Pratt and all that, because at this point I don't care about Chris Pratt in the franchise at all. I'm mostly OG cast, and then everyone knows, if you have been listening or had a chance to talk to me about it, I like Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, wait.
I have a crush on her. She's my Hollywood crush. So I'll see her run from dinosaurs any day.
Hey,
Chris Pratt.
They did something in this trailer that had me happier than a schoolboy in an all-girls school. I was going nuts. They had Bryce Dallas Howard running away and jumping from dinosaurs in boots, in shit that actually makes sense for her to be running from, because one of my biggest pet peeves in that Jurassic World 1 is she's running around in high heels. No. I can't even remember if she was running around in high heels in the second one, because I don't really care about the second one. The opening to the second one is probably the best part of the entire movie, and that's it. But she was running on rooftops in rugged wear. Yes, okay, but fucking you go get him, Colin Trevorrow. You finally did it the right way.
And what's funny? What's funny about that is Colin Trevorrow said when he had her in the first movie do that, that was a statement that was taken taken such a wrong way, because he said that was supposed to be kind of like, yeah, even though she's a girly girl, she can still do this in high heels, or a girl, she can do this in high heels, but it definitely didn't execute the way that he probably wanted.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I've said my piece with that. Angelina Jolie did it the best.
Man, you're not alone.
She was running. She had high heels on. She had to run. She chucked them and then she took off. That's all you got to do. You can't run in high heels. I'm just saying. Oh my God.
Yeah,
but
I think that would have been cool actually if you took them off.
She would have to, because But I digress.
Well, it's funny. It's funny seeing all the parodies and where she's running away and there's heel snaps and the T-Rex eats her or something like that, or steps on her and stuff.
Which brings me to a question I want to ask you. Okay, I want to know if you think this is plausible, if you think this might happen. So being that now we've gotten the original 3 back for this movie, right? All together for the first time. We've seen that a lot happen in movies recently, especially movies with continuations that, span a couple decades. We've seen it with Star Wars. We've seen it just recently, Ghostbusters Afterlife. There's more that I am completely drawing blanks from, but believe you me, it's out there. Do you think any one of these characters might get eaten by a dinosaur? And if so, who would it be?
That's hard, because it would be a big bummer to me to bring back all these characters for one movie just to kill them off. I honestly don't know. I don't see them killing off the T-Rex.
No,
and I don't see them killing off Blue.
No, I'm talking about.
I'm thinking about all the main characters that we come to see this film for. T-Rex, Blue, and the original cast. Honestly, if you want to know who I think dies, it's either Malcolm or Grant.
Yeah, all right. That's where I was.
One of them. But I have more of my money based on Grant.
Really?
They would have him get eaten. Because it's either because of how Sam Neill is about Sam Neill, he's always been kind of a little against being the character Grant. Ever since the third movie, he's like, I'm getting kind of done with being Grant. Everyone asks me about it, when the next Jurassic's coming and stuff. I'm not really sure about that. I don't even know if Grant's alive, and also he said because, I'm getting kind of old, it's getting harder to run. I don't know. I could see them killing him off, but I can also see Malcolm getting eaten too by some type of little mistake he does because he's kind of so pretentious. I could see them doing something like that.
Yeah.
Or, however, I could see none of them dying. I think if they do anything, it's the unfortunately the new character, the black girl, she's cannon fodder. I feel like. I would like to see Chris Pratt get eaten. I don't know what it is, but I just don't care for him in this trailer or in the franchise. Since the second one, the Fallen Kingdom. His point is just kind of moot at this point, and I don't know. I'm not going to see this movie because of him anymore, so.
Right.
I wouldn't mind if he died, but they won't kill him off. They won't do that.
Wait. Maybe they do in the trailer. In the trailer, she goes, "Please come back." He goes, "I always do." Maybe he does it this time.
You know what? Then I'd be okay with that. So long, good riddance.
Go make your space movie, Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Go back, you Ryan Reynolds knockoff.
Oh, damn! So that's a low blow, brother. That is a low blow.
That would be an interesting movie to see Chris Pratt and Ryan Reynolds in together. That would be pretty much watching the same character but a different look.
Oh my God!
Chris Pratt's a little different, but I feel like Chris Pratt and Ryan Reynolds kind of go in the ballpark of the similarities. It's just different type of deliverance with their dry humor,
Yeah.
No, I don't hate Chris Pratt. And I do like the character Owen Grady, but for some reason I'm not thrilled about seeing him. But yet again, I'm not thrilled about seeing Bryce Dallas Howard as much either in this. It's mostly just the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs in the original cast. I'm excited because I've known ever since Fallen Kingdom was announced, they were wanting to do another one, or Dominion was going to try and bring back all the original cast. And they're even bringing back other characters from the first Jurassic Park, but they're different actors, like the guy that played Dodgson in the beginning of the movie, of the first one, where they go into Costa Rica and they give Nedry, Wayne Knight's character, the briefcase and tells him and the shaving cream. They're bringing that character back as the head of the company of Biosyn.
Oh, that makes sense.
He's supposed to be one of the big villains, apparently. One of the villains. But they're bringing him back, which is interesting, and but that's all stuff I've learned about over the years by just following plot points of what they've been doing in the production, and the cast, So, but I definitely feel like, though, you're right. Grant and Ellie Sattler, that part was a little shoehorned, especially because the third movie was so, in the third movie, nobody was, Jurassic Park 3, we were kind of, a lot of people were confused by it. Why are they split up? They don't really explain that. Well, now they're back, and it's almost like, well, wait, after the third movie, did Grant and Sattler get into a big fight? Or, because he almost sounds very, I don't know, unenthused that she's there.
Well,
and
if I'm not mistaken, didn't she have kids and was married in Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah, she did, but she also is the one that bailed him out of the park, too.
Well, yeah, of course, she had to. I mean, that's how, regardless if they were, an item in Jurassic Park 1 or after Jurassic Park 1, they're still friends, colleagues. She's not going to let him die for no reason,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I never took him as, like, romantically involved.
You just think, though, you'd be like, if I bailed you out of Costa Rica from being chased by a Spinosaurus, you'd be eternally grateful for me for the rest of your life.
Well, that also did happen, like, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I think in movie time, right?
True.
Like, in their timeline, it was, like, a 20-year gap.
Yeah, that was like that's 2003. That was in 2003.
Yeah, so
yeah,
like a 20-year gap then, dude. We're in
a long time ago.
We're 2022, man. We're right there, 19 years. But anyhow, the dinosaurs. Oh, by the way, I do agree. If they're gonna kill anybody, it'd probably be Malcolm. I think Ian Malcolm gets eaten. Only because he's such a great character. Like, Alan Grant is the heart, right? Of the original three, right? He's the heart of it. Having him get eaten by a dinosaur, this trailer, the franchise itself, really, never had that, that like, gut-wrenching moment where it just feels like it stabs you in the gut. It's always been lighthearted. The movies have always kind of been lighthearted. Fallen Kingdom was a bit darker. I think the darkest one out of all of them. And completely different in tone. But you look at the original Jurassic Park, it's a Spielberg movie. You know they're all getting out of there. Look at Jurassic Park 2. You know they're getting out of there. And that was, especially towards the end, the focus was more on Mama and the baby. You know what I mean? Running the muck in San Diego, Mama trying to get the baby back. So you know they were getting out of that alive. Jurassic Park 3, I really do. That might be my second favorite movie of all. The third. I digress.
That's my girlfriend's favorite.
Yeah, you know they were getting out. Nobody was gonna die. There was a bit more like the stakes weren't that high. The stakes were high, but it felt like, oh shit, somebody could possibly end up being dead.
You could tell they killed off the cannon fodder right in the beginning of the film.
Right, exactly. Like, what's the guy's name? Oh my god, he played Norman Bates. Why can't I remember his name right now?
William H. Macy?
Not William H. Macy. Oh my god.
You talking about the guy that gets killed by the raptor?
Does he die? He was with the kid. He was with them. He was like their guide, and he turned out did he grab the egg? No, I'm thinking of part 2. Anyhow, I digress. But you see how, and even when they went Jurassic World, you knew it was gonna end up a lighthearted movie. The hook to Jurassic World, like what got everybody going, was the raptors turning, right? When Indominus Rex was like doing his thing. And then of course when the T-Rex comes back, when Rexy comes back, and then they just wreck shop. Like, that was it, because we had never... Jurassic Park 3 kind of did the dinosaur battle, but it was kind of whack because Spino just decimates a T-Rex. But this was a better fight. Like, it was like, oh shit. So for us, as giant monster fans, right? We were loving it.
Yeah.
You as a Jurassic Park fan, you're getting the best of both worlds. But it ended on a lighter note. Like, you could feel it. And that's how I feel like if they were to kill anybody, it couldn't be Grant, because he's the heart. That would hit a little hard for most people. I think they learned their lesson from Star Wars, and let's not kill Han Solo or Luke.
Crying.
Exactly. Let's not kill Han Solo or Luke Skywalker of the Jurassic Park franchise, but we could kill 3PO, right? Like we could kill Ian Malcolm, and it would work because it would be everybody loves Jeff Goldblum, and it'll suck, but it'll be like, oh man, Jeff. But I digress. I think they won't kill anybody. I think it's still going to be lighthearted. You know, if anything's going to die,
I'm kind of with you. I think they won't kill off any big character.
No, it's gonna be the guy from Jurassic Park 1 who the Asian guy, Wu.
Henry Wu.
Henry Wu. He's pretty much. I'm pretty sure he's a lock to get killed, or he sacrifices himself because he realizes all the mistakes. But I think the emotional gut punch, if there's anything from this movie, it'll be the demise of the dinosaurs, a second extinction. I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. They're talking about how they want to go forward after the third film with another trilogy, but I don't know. How do you go forward from a film that's basically talking about the dinosaur apocalypse?
There's only one way. There's one way, and you go back to before Jurassic World 1 came out. They go and they do the Planet of the Apes, but with dinosaurs. They start becoming sentient. They start talking. They start looking more like you. Like, honestly, because there's no other way to go except remake the original. There's no other way forward.
Or they could start going by this old arcade game I used to play where the dinosaurs came back and all the police officers go after the dinosaurs, and it's like cops versus dinosaurs. We have like wars in the streets of the dinosaur invasion. Robots and shit.
Oh, you talk about Cadillacs and dinosaurs or some shit?
I don't know. I just remember there was this old arcade game I used to play at the local Round Table Pizza, and I just remember dinosaurs running in the streets, and there's like SWAT cars and stuff shooting at the dinosaurs, and that was basically the premise. And ever since I was a kid, I was like, I want to make a movie out of that, but I don't remember what it was called or anything. But I don't know. Yeah, I think at this point, because this movie is supposed to take place 5 years after Fallen Kingdom, and the dinosaurs have been out and about for years, and I think at this point it's too late, unless you're right and they make some type of gene or germ or something that's supposed to kill them all. That could be, but they did try that in. Well, it's a little bit different because after Jurassic Park, they talked about it. They have this code in their genes, and it's for lysine deficiency.
Yeah. But
the thing is they realized, well, they can get lysine in the plants because they eat the plants, and then the carnivores eat the herbivores. So it's a never-ending cycle because they still have their lysine that doesn't go away. They get enough of it, and so that was a factor. But I don't know, man. That's the thing with this movie being so plotless with its trailer. I can see pretty anything happening. They're going to be introducing probably a lot of new contenders in the dinosaur field, and I'm who knows which direction this film's going to go. But the thing is, what I will say is I think this film is going to be a lot better than Fallen Kingdom just by this trailer. I think this film might be better than the first Jurassic World too. I think the thing is I don't know, with all the dinosaurs keeping me occupied and that scene, man, where they're flying in the plane, that Quetzalcoatl pops up and starts attacking the plane. I loved that. Was like, to me, that was a homage to Rodan.
Yeah, no, seeing the Quetzalcoatl, I was like, yo, they went straight Q. I mean, look at the size of this thing, and that's, it's one of my, I love the winged dinosaurs. I love them. So that's seeing them, and then seeing this one, it's like, yeah, the real king of the skies is here now, baby. Like, this is nuts. Also, one of the things that I do love is the inclusion of the sea monster, which I always forget the damn thing's name.
Mosasaurus?
The Mosasaurus. Dude, that's a staple in this trilogy. That's a staple. That absolutely must be in this movie.
That is definitely something we want to see more of.
Absolutely. So I look like in the first one, I love that it was that attraction. It was eating the shark, and it was so freaking cool. It was basically, it was Shamu. It was, Jurassic World's version of Shamu. And then in the second one, again, that's why I say the beginning of the second one is like the best. Them trying to get the T-Rex, them finding the Indominus Rex. No, them finding the Indominus Rex skeleton and getting that bone, and then that Mosasaurus mouth just coming in, and oh my god, it's just so freaking awesome. It's so awesome. And then now seeing him ripping down like a shrimp ship or something, like a fishing vessel.
Yeah, some type of shrimp boat.
Dude, I'm telling you, I got so much Godzilla vibes from that, and of course the Quetzalcoatl attacking the ship. I screamed Rodan too when I saw it, just like you. I was like, oh, Rodan! And then seeing the Mosasaurus just doing its thing in the ocean, I'm like, yeah. And I bet you any amount of money, that's probably all we're going to see of that thing, that beautiful thing. And I'm not even that mad at it,
Yeah, I mean, I hope not. I hope we get a little bit more scenes. There's got to be some type of closure with the Mosasaurus. I mean, they gotta bring that to a point. Like, oh yeah, do we not realize we have like a Godzilla whale in our ocean?
You know what I would love to see? I would love to see some more aquatic dinosaurs. I want to see a plesiosaur. I want to see something like that, something akin to the Loch Ness monster. I want to see that. And the Mosasaur, as dope as it is, it's just a giant alligator. That's all it fucking is.
It's a whale.
All right, giant whale alligator.
Yeah, it's very crocodile-like.
Yeah, but I want to see. I want to see the long neck, small head, almond body with flippers. I want to see that. I want to see a plesiosaur. I really do.
I would like to see that too, except the only way you can see that right now is in the Jurassic World 2 video game.
Oh! there's a video game for Jurassic World?
Yeah, we want to talk about games that need to get their shit together.
Oh, wait, that's the Evolution game, or whatever it's called?
Yeah, the Evolution 2.
Okay.
I mean, that man, we're talking about games that need to get their shit together. I mean, I played it the other day, and I'm still on like the first mission that I'm doing, and I had to stop because like I'm successful in it finally, but it's just so boring. It's not engaging at all. It's too demanding, and it's like this isn't how a video game should be or a simulator should be. I mean, I'm playing a game where I'm building a park. You shouldn't be asking me to make you multi-million dollars to succeed and follow through with what the game wants. It should be what I want. It's a park builder, And I digress. I don't want to talk about that. That game's done dirty.
Dude, you just nailed it. That's how they go about. That's how they continue the franchise. They make a park builder the movie. That's the new trilogy, brother. That's the new trilogy. Oh, we got it. But, and of course this is all speculation on our part. We don't know because like we said in the beginning, this trailer really didn't show anything as far as a plot goes. The dinosaurs are among us. and that's it. What are we doing? And that's the interesting thing. In my opinion, it's gonna be, look, it's either us or them. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to kill off the dinosaurs. And that's crazy when you think about it, because the idea of Jurassic Park 1 was to bring the wonder and to show, hey, we can play God, we can do this. And of course, it's capitalism, and we'll charge a boatload of money for a ticket to come see a freaking T-Rex. I will say one of the scenes in the trailers that I thought was really cool, but then I watched it. They had like a little GIF loop, and I was like, "Oh, that looks terrible." Is the Dilophosaurus?
Yeah, the it's an animatronic.
Yeah, the girl does not look real. She looks like an animatronic, and I was like, "What?"
Oh, Bryce Dallas Howard?
Was that Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
She looked terrible. I was like, "What the hell is that?" And it just
see. I didn't really pay attention to that because I can't stand that Dilophosaurus.
What?
I think it looks fake. I get it. It's an animatronic, and I can tell it's an animatronic, but it needs to. I don't know. I feel like it needs to look more like the first Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus.
What are you saying?
In its looks and stuff.
You saying they took it from the Jurassic World ride in Universal Studios?
Maybe. It just, I don't know. It's just like you can really tell in the trailer that it's an animatronic, because if you look at its eyes are like almost far-sighted. You know, like almost like a Godzilla puppet. When you see the eyes are far side, you can totally see that in it. Like, you'll go back and watch it now, and you look and be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, you got me. You got me wondering now. I was like, I got to look at that again.
Yeah, you can tell it's a little far-sighted, and you can just tell it's animatronic. You can see just like its movement, its you know, you can just tell, you know. And I just think, like, okay, touch up on that, and also give its face a little digital reconstruction. I don't know. I'm not like upset about it. I just think because I'm excited to see it, you know, and we haven't seen Dilophosaurus in the franchise since the first film.
Right.
I'm excited to see it, but I was just kind of let down because I'd hope and expect that Colin Trevorrow and the gang would have done a little bit more justice to it, because they know how bad fans have been wanting to see it back, and I just feel like, well, that's the best you can do, you know? I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see more of it in the next coming trailers, or, you know, in the future or whatever, you know, who knows? But I don't know. I was just a little let down by the look of it, you know? I was like, for an animatronic, it kind of doesn't look. I mean, it looks okay, but it doesn't look like how I'd expect a film like this to do with it. But
all right, let me ask you a question.
I don't know.
Let me ask you a question, because you've been paying attention to everything, like you said. There's a scene in the trailer that was really curious for me. It looked like two kids running from a barn house, and then like the sky just fills up with birds. What was that? What was that?
I have no clue.
I was like, what is this?
I don't know. A lot of people are thinking they're trying to bring back prehistoric insects. But the thing is like, I mean, obviously that's a field. It's either birds or locust. I mean, I don't know what other things would do that. But the thing is, I'm like, that's a lot of birds.
That was a lot.
So that's one that's very, very confusing to me, that I try not to think about too much, because I don't know where to go on it. But I'm like, I mean, why would they want to bring back prehistoric locusts? Because that would just decimate our planet.
Yeah, I mean, we see what happened when Megaguirus came to town. I mean, come on, man. No, dude, I'll be honest, man.
I don't know.
That shot was gorgeous.
I don't know what that's about.
That shot was gorgeous. And that's the thing, like, even though this trailer didn't really, like, pique my interest, that's not me saying I'm not going to see this movie. I'm really looking forward to it. And this trailer didn't pique my interest because, again, it wasn't a story trailer. We don't know what the hell's going on yet. But there are shots in this trailer that are gorgeous. That one in particular it was one of my favorites of the trailer. I was like, what the hell is that? You know, we've seen the Dilophosaurus now. We've seen some Triceratops. We're obviously going to get Rex. We've seen the Raptors. I'm going to be honest. I'm tired of Raptors. I really am. They are the staple of the Jurassic Park franchise. And I could care less about Raptors. I'm sick of them. I really am. Even if they have fucking feathers. I don't care. Right? I just don't care. Where's the compies? I want to see more compies. Give me some compies. Those little bastards are fucking devious and they're vicious. And I want to see compies versus New York City street rats. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
Street rats and alley cats.
Yeah, dude. That's
that would be funny, watching them fight over food from an alley cat and these little.
Dude, that's what I want to see. Give me some compies up in there, bro. Come on, let's go nuts. But
I hope to see them too. I and I'm kind of with you. I think Jurassic World kind of flattened out the Velociraptor, train a little bit too much. But I mean, I'm with you. I want to see a little bit more of the dinosaurs that we don't see as much, because to me those I like variation, and I get it, raptors and blue and all that, but the thing is, it's like, as much as they're a staple to the franchise, it's kind of just come to the point where I didn't really care about Blue that much in the trailer for this either. I get it. She has a kid, and we all know that when characters have children and they're creatures, it's for merchandise purposes, and I just don't care for that aspect. I mean, you have I did like the Pyroraptor. I love that thing, the red feathered raptor. That thing to me was cool.
It's gorgeous. It really is.
And the Atrociraptors that we see in Spain, the white raptors, they're supposed. I don't know why they're doing this, because you could have just had a plain old Velociraptor pack, but they're a different species of raptor, and so you're bringing those in, and it's like, okay, what's the main point of having those? I mean, are they just in Spain, or I mean, that's I kind of find it a little impossible for these things to be stalking them throughout the whole franchise, like the whole time in the movie. I mean, how are they going to go? Because I mean, if you're going to Spain and then to another island and back and forth, I mean, how you can't really do much with those raptors, except just for that scene alone.
No, I think in terms of how do we have these dinosaurs end up on all these different continents? That's from Fallen Kingdom. They were bidding on certain things. I think that's what happened. They had, these powerful people, actually getting the dinosaurs off to wherever they're from. So I think that's where all that comes in.
And the scientists can other scientists can make more.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I want to ask another question. What the hell is Alan Grant looking at? Like, what is he digging for? The dinosaurs are out and about now. There's no reason to be looking for dinosaur bones when you can study a live specimen.
It's the callback to the third movie when he says real dinosaurs are in the rocks.
Oh, good. See? The Jurassic Park expert right there. Good move, bro.
Yeah, no, Alan Grant, he's here. I mean, it's funny. I'll tell you what, though, the one thing that I'm kind of iffy about, but it's like it's cringy, but also not, was when at the end when the Gigantosaurus walks up on him, and Chris Pratt and Alan Grant both go, don't move. And it's like, are they going to have like a pissing match with each other throughout the movie?
Oh, it's...
which I could see that happening because, Grant's like, you're playing with raptors, and he's like, yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, they're mimicking Marvel when Thor was, with the Guardians, and he was all he was acting like Star-Lord started acting like Thor and shit, and I could totally see that. Right. The mimicking.
So yeah,
listen, I want this. This is what I want to see more of in this movie. Jurassic World set it up, right? I want to see more dinosaur on dinosaur action. I want to see fights. I want to see that. I want to see an ankylosaur protecting itself against, let's say, an allosaurus. I want to see that. I want to see carnivores trying to attack herbivores or successfully taking them down. And I don't mean a raptor. I'm talking about a straight up, if it's not a T-Rex, it's a Titanosaurus or whatever the horn ones.
The Carnotaurus.
Get that out there. Get them taking down a freaking Brontosaurus or a Brachiosaurus. I want to see that. I want to see dinosaurs fighting dinosaurs. I want to see that. I want to see nature, because that's what this movie seems to be building upon. Nature found its way. It's in there.
Like in that short film, the short film that's supposed to tie in with this movie, the one where they go into the camp.
Yes.
And the Allosaurus is attacking the Nasutoceratops.
Yes.
And it's young and stuff. I want to see that. And I am going to say this. If there are baby dinosaurs, it's okay if they get eaten. We're big boys and big girls. We can handle it.
We are now,
but a 7-year-old.
No, because if you were 6 or 7 when you saw the first Jurassic Park and a baby dinosaurs were eaten and a cute baby dinosaur at that was eaten, you'd have lost it. If, for instance, in Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World,
no.
If a Stegosaurus baby was eaten, you know for a fact, oh no, Steggy baby.
I watched Disney's Dinosaurs, okay?
Disney prepped me.
I remember all those dinosaur eggs being crushed by the Carnotaurus, except the one. And I remember watching Land Before Time when I was 5 years old, and Mama Dinosaur died, leaving the baby Littlefoot to itself.
That don't count. Those dinosaurs were on a different Earth. They could talk.
I'm more hardened than little Johnny sitting next to me. Dude. It's okay. You can fry and sob all you want. It'll turn you into a man.
Dude, that's it. That's where Jurassic Park franchise is going. They're going towards the Land Before Time. Dinosaurs will be talking in the next installment. They're going to be talking. I'm telling you right now. That's why they're introducing us to all the flying dinosaurs now. We're getting Q. We're getting all that. Because we're going towards talking dinosaurs. No, please don't do it.
But what's funny when something I thought about is you're talking about if they make a germ, and it's like, well, how are they gonna implement it? They could crop dust.
Yeah, crop dust.
They do with the mosquitoes. But then I realized, well, what are they gonna do about the flying dinosaurs? Because there's tons of them, and they're attacking planes.
Or they can somehow inject it into the food source. That's the only thing I could think of, because I was thinking of it, and I'm like, okay, you can spread this germ, right? But what about the ones underwater? See, so when the extinction level event happened for the dinosaurs, the oceans boiled. The dinosaurs in the oceans died, unless they went so far underwater where it didn't happen, and that's why we get our Loch Ness monsters and these dinosaur sightings in real life nowadays. I'm just saying, I'm not no conspiracy theorist, but I like to believe that they are still out there somewhere, right? But that was the extinction level event. The waters boiled, and the Earth couldn't sustain any type of life. Now humans are capable of germ warfare, and if it's us against them, it's always going to be the us mentality, because humans are smarter than the dinosaurs, so we got to kill them. Now you're going to have You're going to have the people that are being like, no, you can't kill the dinosaurs. They're they're living beings and all this stuff. That's the interesting thing. I think that's probably where they're going to go with this. That's what I like about Alan Grant being in it, because, you know, he's...
activists and stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like, how are we going to... And it seems like they were doing that, like the beginning of that trailer, where that girl is looking at the Brontosaurus or the Diplodocus just standing there in the middle of, like, the street. It looked like Canada or Alaska. But I'm like, holy crap, that's dope. It's just there, and everybody's just standing there watching it, you know, like, what are we doing?
It's like, God damn it, we just built this log cabin and you wrecked it. Go back home, Dino.
I cannot wait to see the T-Rex in the movie theater sequence. That one I am very, very, very much.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
Did you see that 5-minute trailer they popped a couple months ago?
Oh yeah,
back in November,
where it looked like it was the Jurassic period, and then it came.
Yeah.
I love it.
And they actually show that scene, and he's running through the theater and stuff like that. I love that. I thought that was cool.
I did too, man.
But no, the thing is, though, is I thought it would be cool if you know, they tried to crop dust all the dinosaurs, and then they get into this big old aerial dog battle with the pterosaurs and stuff. Just imagine all these planes dodging all the pterodactyls and the quetzalcoatls and stuff.
Look, at the end of the day, I would not be against. Oh my God, I think I would love this. This would probably be my favorite Jurassic Park movie. A full-out military assault against the dinosaurs. I mean, legit. This is where you do a hard R rating, and not for dinosaurs eating people, because that will be it, but because of the gore. Could you imagine the military of the entire world, all world's militaries coming together, because they got to stop the damn dinosaurs, because dinosaurs are eating people, because dinosaurs are coming into towns, and they're eating people, and they're breaking shit, and it's like, all right, enough is enough. Time to kill these motherfuckers. And then it's just total war. Like dinosaur limbs getting... I want to see that. A dinosaur getting shot with a fucking bazooka and blowing up. I want to see that. Remember when the Brachiosaurus got melted by the fucking lava in Fallen Kingdom? Give me more of that, please. Give me more of that, please. Like,
and then at the end of the day, the dinosaurs win.
How crazy would that be? How crazy would that be? I'm telling you, I straight up want the Topps Cards Dinosaurs Attack for a Jurassic Park movie. Just the military versus the dinosaurs. I want this to happen. I would go absolutely batshit nuts. I can't wait. Now that we're talking about it, I'm excited.
and you know, they're just going to segue all of this into Dino Riders.
Bring it. Another, yes, please bring it. Listen, but yeah, man, I think that'll do it. You got any final thoughts?
No, I'm excited. I'm genuinely on board with this film. I'm excited. I'm a lot more pleased with it than I thought I was going to be, and now I'm just filled with more questions, and these questions are making me like a little kid.
I am with you, right there with you. Not making me feel like a little kid. I think I was 14 when that first movie came out, but I digress. I'm really looking forward to this movie now, especially because of all the possibilities that can happen, like Army versus dinosaurs. Just give it to me. Oh, come on. Give it to me. Don't put them to sleep gently with a freaking mist. Kill them. Shoot them in the fucking face. Blow them up with a bazooka. Come on. Get the tanks out. Drop the bombs on them. You don't have to atom bomb them. You don't have to do that. Send the Scud missiles after them. Just give me some gory shit. Yes. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this episode of the Godzilla Block Party. Brother Chase, thank you for joining me.
Oh, absolutely.
And everybody out there in G-Show land, thank you for hanging out with us for our Jurassic World Dominion trailer review.
Go Bengals!
Go! We out of here. Peace!